So here I have an animation that I made for a video that I just never posted. No, there's nothing wrong with your screen, by the way. This animation was literally in 5 frames per second because that was the challenge of the video. The video and idea both sucked, but I didn't want this animation to go to waste, hence this video. I'm gonna try and do everything in my power to make this animation look the best I can possibly make it. Well, given the current state of the animation, I think the best thing to do right now is just to give it frames. So just going to trace this hand right now. That's also another reason I decided to salvage this animation, I guess, for another video. I just couldn't let this hand go to waste, because like, look at it. Alright, now we can resize it, and then we can copy and paste it. Oh, down here. What exactly is that supposed to be? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, it's between this one and this one, so I'm not going to question it. And I'll put another one in between here. I also just realized I haven't even previewed the animation yet. I'm gonna go over this hand again. I'm gonna make the most of this hand. This shot where the hand is clearly like right in our face, I'm gonna have this on for so long. I think this is actually the best hand I've drawn, period. If not the best, then it's definitely a strong contender. Alright, let's give it a look. I forgot to change the frame rate. 24. There we go. And it's all animated in ones. Okay, I need to change the timing. I didn't have to worry about that when it was 5 FPS, but now I do. That is much better. Obviously aside from the end, because it goes like way too fast. But that is why we're going to add more frames in there. Okay, that is really smooth, but it doesn't go on for long enough, and I think I need to add something in between here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add like a little loop. I'm just having it like aggressively get smaller and bigger at the same time. That's got to be the weirdest way to put it. I also don't know how else to describe it, so you might just have to wait and see. Alright, let's check this out. Oh my, now what if I made one of these types of approaches? I mean, I kind of like it, but it just seems weird to have it transition straight from like this, like a smooth expansion, suddenly to like spiky waves, you know what I mean? Actually, you know what? Forget the spiky waves. I'm just going to continue on with the rest of the animation, and if I figure something out, then I'll do it. And if I don't, then I don't. We can start off with redrawing this. Scale that down, move this back. I mean, it's only a slight upgrade, but there's nothing really much you can do when this is what you're working with, you know? So I just had a brain, no, I want to say brain fart, but that's the opposite of what I had. So I just thought, instead of adding more to this shot, why not just add another one? And that's my brilliant idea. So that's what I'm going to do now. So it's going to be like a distant shot like this, or a long shot, whatever you call this. Alright, how are we going to do this? So we're going to have like, go down here like this, and then it's going to explode like this. Or should it explode like this? Man, I don't know. Alright, let's give this a look, why don't we? Alright, let me try and redo something here. So I think instead of just diving headfirst into the animation like an idiot, maybe just sketch what we want it to look like first, and then we can sort out the animation after. Thick line. Like that. By the way, it's intentionally going like a little diagonal. Now, do we want something like this, or do we want something a little more explosive looking like this? I don't know why, I just can't animate it right when it looks like this. Maybe actually. Maybe a little something like this, you know? So what if I just have it constantly expand up until a certain point? So the blast will just slowly expand up until this point here, because I have 0 other ideas. Even with a smoothing tool, I cannot draw a straight line to save my life. Alright, for now that'll do. So I think it's about now I should probably start establishing what my plans are for this shot. So, probably thinking something like this, right? Because there's a massive blast right here. We're going to have like dust and smoke, kind of like flowing backwards, you know what I mean? Then obviously we're also going to have like rings of wind. Then we're also going to have like debris flying around. Then obviously there's still a lot to add to the blast itself, like some form of glowing effects that are going to look much better than this, by the way. This is just a test run. But first I think I'm going to put all that stuff on this shot here, or else it's going to look really inconsistent. And any viewer of the channel knows that that's not how I do things. You get it? Because the joke is, that is how I do things. Oh, that was a terrible joke. I won't do that again. Took us an awful long time to get here, but we're here. And that's what matters. Now there's a couple things I want to do next. First of all is fix this frame here that's thoroughly bothering me. Second of all, fix the lack of build-up for the blast. And then I've also got the actual effects on the blast itself, because this looks a bit boring. And I don't want that. I think first, because it's the easiest one, I'm going to just quickly redraw this. Just so it's not all sketchy and messy and whatnot. Now yeah, I know I was unable to clean up that one frame, but at some point along the way I kind of thought, you know what this needs? Another frame. So that's what I'm doing. As for the build up though, we'll see how this looks. Maybe we'll add one more here. Hey, that's not too bad. At the very least it'll work for now. Unless I think of something better, but I doubt it. So on top of that, I also want to add to the blast this kind of like sketchy effect, kind of like this. And I need a darker color, because I cannot see that at all. What about something like this? Okay, so this is gonna take a while, and it's like 11 PM, so I'm gonna do this right now, and probably make a little more progress, and check back in tomorrow morning. Okay, so it's currently the next morning, or this morning, whatever you want to call it. I updated the blast here. I've added these, like, you know, bits of like smoke and dust, or whatever you want to call it. I haven't finished it yet, I've got like 3 more frames to go, but I'm in a little bit of a dilemma. I don't know whether to swap this for something like this, or keep them both. I don't know why, something about this shot just feels so out of place. I feel like it doesn't make sense, but at the same time, I also feel like I should probably just wait till later to make that decision. I don't know, but what's bothering me more is the fact that this smoke is not done. It's just there, like unfinished. So I'm gonna finish it real quick. Now onto this. I'm thinking something like this, right? You get just a small bit, and we go. And then a little bit more here, and then maybe something like this, and there we go, like that. And then we loop this, and unless I'm a massive idiot, we should have something cool. Let's give it a look. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have this loop twice, and then we're gonna have it basically explode. Something along these lines here. Yes, let's go. Alright, so what I want to do next before I forget is make this guy this color. Actually I should probably redraw this. Alright, and now it looks just a little less messy. Look at that, what a lovely color. Alright, so since there's like an explosion of energy here, naturally I'd assume there should be an impact frame here. Furthermore, I think I'd be an idiot to not add one. And furthermore, I feel like adding 2. Okay, now lightning. Alright, let's have it run down this way. And now that the guy's colored in, I'm just going to go through and add some clouds. The only reason I wasn't doing this earlier is because the guy wasn't colored in, and then like, you can see the clouds behind him, and then it would just really trip me out. Alright, I'm going to focus on adding debris and terrain damage for the second half of the explosion. Or the blast, sorry. I'm hoping this at least looks cool when it's done. If not, I'm going to be like very sad. I mean, it's not terrible. I think I just need to add a little more black. I think it's coming along nice. Okay, now I'm going to start making cool looking debris. Okay, we'll add a bit here, some over here too. Now why not? One big one over here, some small pieces of debris. Okay, I'm going to stop narrating over every piece of debris I draw. Alright, I'm done with that. And it wasn't even that bad. Now I'm going to add a part where the blast like ends pretty much, because I can't just end the animation while the blast is still raging on, or else that'll just look lazy. Well, I mean, I am lazy, but still. I still think this would look cooler anyways. Alright, from here there's only one thing left to do, but it is easily going to make the biggest difference. And there you have it. This title is not an exaggeration. This is legitimately, in my opinion, my best animation I've made so far. I hope you enjoy.